This is, let me put this up first. Hi, this is fucking delightful, and I'm day drinking today. Today we are at the Long Room, and I'm going to do my unsolicited advertisement for the Long Room. I love this place. I come here all the time. They have really great biscuits and other food, and great drinks too. You gotta come here. Look at this lovely patio. People are into that. People are like drinking outside, eating outside. I recently I almost argued with a customer. She sat at a table I had been saving for another couple, and I told her, I'm sorry, someone else is waiting for this table. And she told me, they can sit over there. Those people are leaving. Like, she was arguing with me. I was like, okay, well, yes, they can, because I wasn't going to fight with her. I was going to fight with her, but you're not supposed to. That's the thing about serving. You want to fight with people, but you're not supposed to. There's good times too. There's a lot of like cute babies that come in and puppies. It's just the adults I have the problem with. Everyone else, they're fine, but people in those patios, they're serious, man. They just really want to eat outside. And now's the season for that. I don't like patios that much. I like this one because there's no one here, and that's fine. I know I'm not working, so it's okay. So today I wanted to talk about a recent trip I took to the college I went to, Grinnell College, in the middle of Iowa, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of cornfields. Just a small town with a small college of weirdos. Just almost every student there is extremely strange. One of my partners calls us Grinnellians now. I think that's kind of cute. It's also accurate. I returned there because my youngest sister, Nadiri, just graduated. Shout out to her. Big up to Nadiri. It was a really important occasion for me because my parents attended college, but they did not graduate. And now that Nadiri has graduated, all three of us have degrees, and that's really special to me. And I'm sure, at least for my sisters, it's their first degree. They're really smart and driven and know how to do school, so they will probably continue their education. Actually, Nadiri is part of this organization. She had a fellowship, a Mellon Mays Fellowship, and this organization helps students of color. It puts them on a track towards becoming career academics and becoming professors through mentorship. And I got to go to her graduation dinner where we met other students and other parents and all the professors that were involved. And it was really great because all the students there felt so supported. And being a student of color in the middle of Iowa, in the middle of cornfields, can be very isolating and strange because you don't belong there. I mean, you do because you make it your place to be there, but no one expects you to be there. So it can be really difficult. And I felt a lot of jealousy in her situation because when I was there, I don't think I got the same amount of support that she got. Like, the people were making sure that she was going to achieve. Well, she's going to anyway. She's a baby genius. She's an adult genius now, but she's my youngest sister, so she's a baby genius. But it was really great to see these students who didn't face those sort of personal obstacles that I did. But I was like, I wish I had had a similar experience. And that was kind of the theme of my trip, was just feeling kind of, I was thinking about this trip for a long time because I graduated from Grinnell a few years ago. It took me a long time to get out of Grinnell. After I graduated, I actually stuck around town. I worked at a local restaurant. I had a baking business. I lived in rural Iowa by choice because I had nothing else to do. I graduated and I didn't have plans. and I was already there, and I already had a job, and jobs weren't easy to come by. They still aren't easy to come by. So I stayed. And that became my community to a degree. But again, being a black person in the middle of rural Iowa, you don't always belong. Actually, people who were my friends and really liked me told me that you don't belong here. They meant it very in a nice way. They meant like you can do more than what this town can allow you to do. But I was kind of like, screw you, I want to be here. I love this rural town. I love not having public transportation and being the only black person I've seen in days. Just so fun. But I did eventually leave Grinnell. And returning, I didn't know how I was going to feel. I didn't know how I was going to be received. I know people in the town, but I haven't really spoken to them since I left. And I had like a lot of I had these fantasies about what was going to happen, partially because I had an emotionally abusive partner who's like very well known in the town. It's a small town, everyone knows everyone, and he grew up there and returned there. And I was like, so what am I going to do when I see this person? Am I going to like tell them off or just say, hello, nice to see you, this is my beautiful girlfriend who I love way more than I ever loved you because you suck so much and she's so cool. That was the speech I prepared. I actually just want to tell everyone that they suck and she's really cool. My girlfriend joined me there, so I got to be gayer than ever in Grinnell. Not that that's like I'm like the only gay person there. Like queer people in the Midwest go online when their parents aren't paying attention, and they search for like gayest school in the Midwest, and that's where they end up. And that's one really cool thing about Grinnell. They're really queer friendly. They're one of the first schools to have gender neutral housing, and it's the middle of cornfields, so you can feel free to explore you and who you are and what your gender is and what your sexuality is. You just have to choose from a pool of like 10 possible mates while you're there. Or for me, like 0 just was not received very well at Grinnell in the romantic or dating scene. I feel like I've gotten really off topic. So I was back in Grinnell and I felt weird, and I felt jealous of my sister's experience being supported. And I also just was looking around, and there was a lot of happy memories at Grinnell, but I also had a lot of traumatic experiences there. I lost a friend there. He committed suicide, and that was a bummer. That's like such an understatement. It was hard on a lot of people there. And then I had the dude I dated who was terrible, and that was traumatic. And then there was just the general mismanagement of mental health issues at Grinnell, which either you just push through and focus on your academics, or you just you drank a lot or you smoked a lot. I think that's really brought how most of my friendships started, is that I was friends with a lot of very smart weirdos with mental health issues, and that's what we have in common, and I love them dearly. But like now that I am out of that situation, and now that they're out of the situation, they kind of like have their eyes open. They're like, what was I doing? And they're able to make more healthy choices now that they aren't as isolated, and because you grow up and you figure out how to be a person, or you don't. But I have a lot of really successful friends, really driven friends who like came out of that school and figured shit out. And it was great to know them then, but it's even better to know them now that they've grown and become the people they were always meant to be, or I think they were meant to be. But being Grinnell, I wanted to have the experience of looking around and being like, such great memories, which I think a lot of people have when they return to their schools. They think about the parties they had, they think about the friendships they had, and I thought about those things, but I thought about all the hard times too, and all these different spots in Grinnell where I cried. I have I don't know, I was a real emo college student, and I have a gallery on Flickr of just places where I've like sulked on campus, and I was like, oh yeah, real bad times. It's like, isn't like the depths of personal despair there. And I had high points too. Like there were so many times I laughed until my stomach hurt. There's so many experiences that I know that no one's ever going to be able to relate to, because Grinnell is such a unique college and a unique space. And Grinnell, the town, is as well. It's really cute when you're not dealing with like drunk assholes at the bar you work at. It's adorable. There's little flower pots in every corner, and everyone says hello to you, whether you know them or not. And so there was a lot of mixed feelings being there. And I mean, what I really wanted to do is like go out at night, see all the people who are my age and drink with them. But now I work early mornings. Like I start work at 7:30 or earlier. So I am tired by 10 p.m. and I don't party. I don't have that stamina at all. I really wish I did. Like I got a lot of looks I want to roll out. You got this summer goth look. That's something you can do during the daytime. It actually really works well because you can tell it's summer. But but I'm tired. So every time I was like, hey, let's stay out and drink. Someone would be like, no, let's go back to the hotel and sleep. And I'm like, that's an even better idea. Let's do that instead. I did get to stop back at my old job and see my old boss. And it was pretty quiet there, though I think they passed the lunch rush that happens during graduation, because there's like 5 places to eat and everyone's going out with their parents, because parents like spending money on you for that one last time before they send you out in the world and say, figure it out on your own. No, I think a lot of people get a lot of support afterwards. Maybe just not the poor ones. Anyway, it was chill. It didn't feel as surreal as I expected it to be. I didn't feel any way at all, actually. But I really want to return to Grinnell. I feel like it made me realize that as you move past these traumatic experiences or these things that affected you so deeply and emotionally, sometimes you think you've resolved them and you've figured them out and you've wrapped your head around them. But being back in that situation made me realize that I am still growing through these things and past these things. And not that I don't think I feel mired in those feelings still. I am growing. I am learn and grow. That's one of my mottos, learn and grow, and that's what I'm doing. But it's still a part of me, and maybe there's still things to explore there. And I would like to just hang out in Grinnell, not with my family, and like go to those cornfields and like enjoy the beauty of the Midwest, because it's cool here. It's so cool to hang out with cows. Maybe I could do that in Chicago, or I'm sure there's like some hipster with one cow in their backyard of their apartment building that should not be there. But until I find that guy, I know I can always go back to Grinnell and have a bunch of mixed emotions about it. But I'm glad I went. I'm usually glad for most of my experiences, and it really did help me like look to my past and see how it has made who I am now, and help me direct me towards my future even more clearly. For example, I got a new job that I'm super psyched about. I keep thinking, do I want to tell people who I am, where I work, where I live, that sort of thing? It's Smack Dab Bakery here in Chicago, and it's a super cool organization, and I'm having fun already. Even though I got scammed out of $19 the other day at the register. Learn and grow. Still doing that. Just losing the company some money. No, my bosses were very cool about it, and it will probably not happen again. So come visit me there and like join me on my journey to not crying in basements and then taking pictures of those basements. Thank you for watching. Clap back, clap back, clap back, clap, clap, clap back. I want to say one more thing real quick. It's always been a dream of mine to tell other people what to do, especially in a sort of being someone who gives advice, because I'm good at judging others, and I can definitely tell you what to do with your life, even though I don't know what to do with mine. So I would love, love, love for you to send in any questions you have, concerns, if you need advice from a really cool black girl in Chicago who's like learning and growing, going to help you learn and grow, please send all your personal problems that a stranger might be able to solve to effingdelightful@gmail.com. See, I took it's fucking delightful, the name of the vlog, but without the UCK. So it's like fingdelightful@gmail.com. And so I can tell other strangers your personal problems on this video and tell you what to do with your life. Bye.